investigation is now another factor in the Crown Prince's plan to reboot Saudi Arabia's economy, try and make it less oil dependent. His Vision 2030 relies heavily on foreign investment and Western know-how. John Defterios reports Khashoggi's killing has put that plan now at risk.
In front of a hometown crowd, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman enjoys near rock star status, with followers eager to capture his image. Bold declarations in front of a packed audience at his investment summit with high-profile regional leaders were met by rapturous applause. But the multi-billion-dollar question is, will what the Saudis call the premeditated murder of Jamal Khashoggi be the international undoing of the Crown Prince's economic blueprint called Vision 2030?
I think ultimately people will go back to the opportunity. We look at reciprocity. We look at win-win situations. We look at what's beneficial for one nation with Saudi Arabia and the others.
The region's biggest economy, with just over $500 billion of cash reserves, is counting on a similar amount of foreign investment to complete its 2030 master plan. The Crown Prince calls his mega projects dreamers, like the Neom City of the future and the Red Sea Island resorts that today only exist in flashy videos. To come to life, they require Western design, engineering prowess, and confidence.
Foreign investors were rattled by the collapse in oil prices better than 2 years ago that eventually collided with three key events: the detention of 300 Saudi billionaires at the Ritz-Carlton Hotel, the economic embargo against Qatar, and the ongoing nasty war in Yemen. Combined, it raised the level of risk in Saudi Arabia.
Investor memory is all about risk and reward. And if Saudi Arabia is able to present the risks versus the rewards in a way that's favorable to investors, investors will resume looking at the kingdom.
The Crown Prince may find wooing back the highest profile U.S. corporate leaders challenging, with a reputational risk at hand. But the daily tumult over Jamal Khashoggi's murder investigation, analysts suggest, could eventually lead to a Middle East political reset, driven by Turkey's president.
Mr. Erdogan is a fine politician who will certainly leverage what's going on now to Turkey's benefit. And there are many advantages to be obtained for Turkey from what is happening now. One advantage is good for everyone, which is more rapprochement between these two large economies, Turkey and Saudi Arabia, better relations.
Which may be the first step for the Saudi Crown Prince in rebuilding the kingdom's status, depending, of course, on how the murder investigation concludes. John Defterios, CNN, Riyadh.